Alright, I'm going to go over my square trade here. So as you can see up here in the 1 hour, that's kind of what we're dealing with here after earnings. It blew up like crazy, and this is pushing an all-time high right here. So we're trying to see if we can get a move out of this demand zone and up to this level. As you can see, it's kind of just hovering in this demand zone, and now that it's leaving it, let's see if it's got the oomph to really move. And this is a playbook trade for me. Before this takes off, I kind of want to go through the playbook trade, like just properly archive this. Alright, so yeah, our big picture is here. We're looking at this demand zone, and Square really getting some nice movement after earnings, and we want to see that continue after it enough people accumulate here. So my technical analysis, as you can see, this demand zone is really what I was basing this off of, but I didn't take this trade really. I was watching something else in this. I was watching Moderna and Tesla, and I was kind of uneasy to take this trade, but it makes the most sense to me, and you know, this is the best trade that I want a playbook from last week that I didn't really take full advantage of, but yeah, I did end up making some trades on it for swings, just to see on a longer time frame, but that's not important. So what I'm going to do here is show you what happens on the tape. So as you can see, it's pulled back a little bit, but this tape is just on fire. And I mean, people are buying it at this 270 level. People are selling it there as well, but it just breaks through, you know. People are just buying it like crazy. Lots of volume. I kind of like it. I was wanting to see it pull back down to that level, but it didn't do that, so I didn't get in the trade. Anyway, this ended up being a very, very, very good trade. And I didn't trade it very well. Well, really at all. Let's see. It says that I made my first execution at 9:43. So we're going to skip to that. So you can see it's just running real nice. 9:43 we get a pullback. And I bought into this. I was like, yeah, this is looking great. I mean, look at it on the hourly now. We're really making some ground. Moving towards this 275 level. That's where I plan to get out. And this trade ends up failing. Just getting smacked down at that level. Which doesn't mean that it's not going to trade there, but I think it just needs to come all the way back down to the VWAP. And oh, so I went long with 2 there. Actually, this is the trade. I went long with 2 there, and then in the next minute I get out. It just doesn't look good for me. I believe it does continue higher, but I was getting chopped up a bit. Well, let's not speak for me. and I just get out there, which was, you know, kind of a good move. Took a $72 loss on it. Alright, and I end up getting back in. But really, that trade made the most sense to me, and I knew that this was going to happen, and I just never got back in it. And that's kind of just how it went. And I, you know, if you can look at it on the hourly, it really moved in that one candle. And I kind of just, you know, I got chopped up, and my entry was not very clean on it. And my intuition told me that this was going to go higher, but I needed to get out based on my risk management rules. And I did not size according to that, and it turned into a failure there. So that square, I traded Moderna that day as well. Whoops. Well, nope, I traded Tesla, and I made $21 on that, so I'm not going to go over that one really. I mean, I guess I will. That was at 9:47. There we go. Bought one Tesla there, thinking this was going to plow through and come out of this demand zone. And it ends up kind of breaking it down out of the demand zone. But I get out before that, and I make a nice profit on it. I mean, not too nice, but I make 21 bucks on it. And I ended up making $81 on Square through that trade, but didn't trade it quite well enough. Yep. So I got out of that at 9:53. I actually added to it at 9:50, so I'm gonna add to it here soon. Yeah, as it holds that, I add to it, and then at 9:53 it just doesn't want to get through, and I just get out of it here for a nice gain, but not too terribly nice. I mean, I made 21 bucks, so it's a green trade, but it's not really like doing me any favors, and kind of, I mean, it is green and it is couple percent, so that's worth it for me, but you know what I mean. So what I'm gonna do here is get out of this. I made a trade on Boeing that was a loser. At 10:07. so here we are on Boeing. And Boeing's starting to take off, and I'm like, okay, this has my attention now. So I make a trade on it, 2. And it fails, so, you know, decent volume. This is a good trade. Decent volume here. Thought it's going to break out of this range, which would send it, you know, it's got a couple dollars to go. And it looks good, but it just doesn't really move too well. And I end up getting chopped on a $60 loss. And it's just not getting bid right. Bids are falling apart. Offers are starting to step in, and yeah, it's just not looking good. And I end up selling it at 10:08. So I'm already out of it at this point. Alright, now let's go to Friday's trading. So on Friday, it was a very interesting day. Not a whole lot was going on that was tradable. Nothing that I was looking at all week started to move anymore, and the banks like kind of took off without the train kind of left the station without everybody on those in the pre-market. So unemployment was good, and so I thought when the Nasdaq pulled back down here that we were going to get a buy, and so I ended up buying the Nasdaq as it I ended up buying it with one option at 935, so I already have it here. I thought it was going to head higher, and it didn't. I ended up buying 3 on the Nasdaq at 1113, and this is just me over trading really. There was not a whole lot going on, and I tried a couple different things and just ended up getting kind of chopped up. Oh, so I don't even have that videoed, but yeah, traded Tesla. At 944. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just really not a whole lot to go over, and that's kind of why I skip days sometimes. But just poor trading, and you know, when I look at it myself, like it's just was not a great day. The Qs didn't do much. I didn't have anything really to trade, and I just kind of made sloppy trades. So that's what it is. I thought that we were going to get a squeeze up here probably, but we didn't end up doing that. So, I mean, it's just, it is what it is, and I need to cut this video. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go through. Oh, I'm just going to go through my stats for a second, because this is kind of good stuff to look at. Alright, so obviously we want this to start showing some creeping upward, and that's going to mean that I'm profitable. in this account, and I'm starting to become a profitable trader once I get above this peak here and move higher. So, you know, this is just me, you know, getting used to it, losing money, and then now I'm starting to creep back up, and that's what we want to see to continue this momentum forward. And I just want to show this too, because daily volume has been kind of decreasing. Not great. I've had these outlier days where I make 24 or 23 trades, you know, not great looks, but my trade volume is steadily decreasing week to week, and my win percentage is increasing. So that means that I'm trading less, but more of my trades are winning, and that is a great thing, and that's what's kind of helping this thing move forward. So yeah, I really like that. You can see my total. So like next week, I want my average daily volume to be, you know, well, I don't really know. That's not a very good goal, because you could be trading more size, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just my average winning trade is $83, average losing trade is $60. My standard deviation is $102. I don't really know what that means for me, but average hold time for my losing trades is 10 minutes. That's pretty good. And then my average hold time for my winning trades is about an hour. Not bad. Number of losing trades. Still need to get this number worked out, but that's alright. Yeah. You can kind of see that most of my winners take place here at 9, and my losers take place at 10, which is interesting because I try to trade that 10 o'clock hour more. So yeah, that's my video, and yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get better at, you know, doing these videos and being more professional with them in the future, and that's kind of the goal. But right now I'm just kind of learning how to do this stuff, so, but I want to get these videos in because they're gonna help me in the future. So alright, I'll see you guys later.